America faces off against Russia or Bulgaria or whatever the fuck they're going to go with. Zeb Colter is going to accompany Jack Swagger to the ring. Lana is going to accompany Rusev to the ring, and we're going to see Jack Swagger and the Potato face off. And hopefully, even though I have no fucking faith in it whatsoever, hopefully Jack Swagger wins this. I would love to see Swagger win it more than I've wanted to see Swagger win any match in his entire wrestling career, because I'm so sick of the Rusev thing, and this is the only thing that has made it interesting for me the entire time that he's been in WWE, is the potential of this kind of a feud. And I think that this is the perfect time to just make Rusev lose, but you don't need to make him look like a fucking idiot, and you don't need to be undefeated to keep this going on. One of the biggest mistakes that WWE tends to make when it comes to monster heels is they make them undefeated to the point where they end up facing against somebody like a John Cena. And then when they lose to him, they've already reached that top level, and there is nothing of substance. And then they become nothing. Kali, Tensai, Umaga to an extent, he really needed to pick himself back up eventually.
Ryback,
yeah. All these people, they get to that point, and then they just shove them right back down again. And I think you are far better off if you have Rusev lose this match, but pick himself back up and still try to keep going afterward, and then you are for him to just fucking beat Jack Swagger. And I have no faith whatsoever that they're going to do that. I'm expecting Rusev to just fucking beat Jack Swagger and that's it. But, man, I'm going to be rooting 100% for Swagger, and I'm going to be so much more interested in this match until he loses, and then I'll shit all over it. But that's basically my point of view. Wago, what do you think's happening here? What do you expect to happen? What do you hope happens?
I think Rusev smash, and I will be very sad because Jack Swagger is finally over, and having him just stick around for so long and be kind of a nuisance to watch, it's nice to see him finally do something that I've taken an interest in. And I see what they're doing with Rusev. They want to keep the momentum, so he's going to roll over him. But I still think they could do that and give Jack Swagger the win here and continue the feud later. So I want Swagger to win, but it's not going to happen.
Miguel?
Hold on, let me pause that. Okay. I think they've invested way too much time and effort into Rusev to have him lose to Jack Swagger. I mean, Jack Swagger has only really meant something within the last few weeks or so. I mean, he's kind of been floating around doing the whole, really just being Zeb Colter's lapdog, which is fine. I mean, it's a place for him, but I think they see a future in Rusev. I really do think they see some type of high-level, upper mid-card, even main event spot for him. I mean, especially after the pop he got in that Battle Royal a few weeks back against Roman Reigns. I think they see a future for this guy way more than Swagger, and I think wasting all that time building up that undefeated streak on Jack Swagger is a disservice to all their hard work. So I'm going to stick with Rusev, and that means I get points on the draft, so that's awesome, especially with Lana there, so I get double points.
John?
I'm going to be busy during this match trying to find Waldo.
What?
Seriously, this is going to be my shit break.
Really? More so than the Cameron oh, wait, no, we already did Cameron versus Naomi. Yeah, I can't think of another matchup, so yeah.
Actually, by the time I'm finished having this shit, Rusev will probably already be out in the ring.
Yeah, so that's true, because it's going to take him a while.
I better fill up on corn dogs.
It's because they got to spend 7 minutes on Lana's entrance first.
I love how Sean's like, he's like, oh, fuck, man, I really need to plan this shit out. Well, I'm going to eat this.
You got plant starch and shit to do. You know, you don't want to run any fucking hell.
Sean's just pissed because no one's going out there and waving the flag of Wales.
Angrily at
Have you seen our flag? Our flag is amazing. It's a dragon, for fuck's sake. Google
really?
It. Yeah.
I thought it should have a whale on it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that flag is pretty fucking badass.
So yeah, Will's rules. America, yeah, and Russia. Just put it this way: I've gone off potatoes.
You're more of a rice guy
What?
for a side dish or something.
I don't know. What? I'm confused. Next guy.
Never mind.
Bring
Peyton,
Drew back.
Yeah, boo. Can we time cow Tony?
I don't know if they expected this feud to get over as much as they did. And people need to get over this. Rusev is over. Rusev is kicking ass, and he is going to be a big star into the coming years. However, I'm in 100% agreement with you, Tony. You cannot run this undefeated gimmick for too long. Otherwise, it's going to be more harmful than it is helpful. You've done it for a period of time. It's helped him get started and start getting over. It's time to start show more chinks in the armor of Rusev. And they've been doing that. Every week he's showing a little bit more weakness. I don't know if you guys saw anything from SmackDown this week. In fact, I'm confident you didn't see anything from SmackDown this past week. But Rusev had a match with Roman Reigns where they actually had a very competitive back and forth, very similar to how they did in that Battle Royal a number of weeks ago. Automatically, I'm sure they just assumed Rusev should just win this, no problem, and go on. But based on how things have been working, if they don't make the audible and have Jack Swagger win this match, I think that's a horrible, horrible mistake. I think have Jack Swagger win this, and I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, have it be by some kind of fluky roll-up or something like that, distraction, whatever it is, to get a quick win victory, celebrate with the American flag waving, yada, yada, yada. Then next month at SummerSlam, they can face off against each other in a submissions match, because that way Jack Swagger can't get that quick roll-up victory. He actually has to try to get Rusev to tap out, which I would not see him be able to do. Rusev would eventually get him into the accolade and get Jack Swagger to tap out, having Rusev win the final battle inside this war that they're doing, and in the end looking stronger, and Jack Swagger not looking like a complete dunce.
I'll one-up you even more. You want to get 3 matches out of these people? Swagger wins the first with some kind of a roll-up or something. Or a quick pin with some, Lana and Zeb Colter are fighting on the outside and Rusev gets distracted, so Swagger hits him with the gut-wrench powerbomb and wins or something like that. SummerSlam, you do another match. You don't go to the submission one quite yet, because that's really Rusev would obviously win that submission match. You do that at Night of Champions. Instead, you piss people off a whole lot, you do a flag match. And Rusev fucking wins it, because Lana ends up cheating.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That way Rusev can wave that flag like a son of a bitch, and everybody's booing the crap out of him. Give Swagger some kind of a thing where he I don't know, uses the flag and hits Rusev over the head with it or something like that, so you get a little bit of a celebration afterward. Rubber match at Night of Champions, submission match. Swagger loses there. Not only have you given Rusev something where he's gotten back the win, they've both won in some kind of a fluky way, and Swagger looks more set for being a mid-carder than he's been in months. So that's what we think about that match. We're going to move on to another one here. The Usos are going to defend the Tag Team Championship against the Wyatt family, and we will talk about that in part 9.